Hello, babe.
Hi, darling.
Love is Blind is back.
Love is Blind UK
Love
is
is Blind
back.
UK is back. Season 2.
Season 2. It was all quite a shock.
It was.
Shout out to Abby on the Patreon who let us know it was coming. We didn't even know. It was like the day before yesterday.
Yeah, we were just thinking about what to watch next.
Yes.
That was a very helpful recommendation from
Yeah.
Abby.
Thank you, Abby. So I hope you're all watching. It's time.
It's out on Netflix, like the first little section is out.
Yep.
And we've watched episodes 1 and 2, which
Yeah.
is what we're going to talk about now.
I think there might be 4 episodes out. So that's a handy little thing for you to catch up on. We'll probably do them 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 closer to the end.
Yeah.
Like we did with the Queer Ultimatum.
Yes.
But thank you, Netflix, for blessing us with these dating shows.
We love.
They give us so much to talk about. So much. So we initially had said on the Patreon that we were going to talk about the Chloe Ayling kidnapping documentary, but shall we save that for the Patreon?
Yes.
So patrons, that's where you're going to find that information. We've got 2 BBC documentaries I think that we can talk about in the next episode, which is the Chloe Ayling documentary and then the Cult of the Jesus Army,
Well
which
done.
we initially said was on Netflix, but it's actually on
BBC.
BBC iPlayer. There could be one on Netflix, but we've just happened to start watching the BBC one. We're on a big British what's it called? British Broadcasting Company hype. And a bit of a cult hype. Yeah. What's the other? It's also Jesus cults that we're like, yes, come on, gimme. Well, Jesus cults to life design. Is that what it is?
Wait, I wrote it down somewhere.
Life design coach or something. Who is
Human design coach.
That's even more culty than life design.
What does that didn't get any explanation, did it?
No, because he doesn't. This is the thing. I'm sorry, but
This
like
is Patrick
with
from
Patrick,
Love is
hi
Blind.
Patrick. We like. He's gorgeous, but he's weird.
He just needs to do a bit less of the splenic.
Yeah, stop saying the splenic. I'm not. That's
Yeah.
not. That's not vibes. It's not vibes. Sorry, I'm a bit hungover. We're both a bit hungover. Can you support me in that?
Yeah, yeah, we are. But I think it's going to expand our creativity in this episode.
I respect that. I have gone quite hard and fast in, haven't I?
Oh, yes.
Which is something you say when I'm hungover. My ADHD, alleged ADHD.
Springs.
I wouldn't say I have it. Goes
Springs
up
out in all directions.
17 levels. So that's why I've been able to make good connections.
Human design coach. I couldn't. What the hell? What's the design bit doing in there?
That's what I was going to say.
Designing your
all
brain?
Of this kind of spiritual mamby-pamby, wafty-pofty shit. Like this specific kind of like life coaching,
Yeah.
design coach, wherever you are. I don't actually think anyone knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And the only people that become these coaches are if they've been coached by someone else. It's like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Sorry, but like based off of what the life coaches that I've encountered in my life, it's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to
He
say.
seems to be nice and open and sort of, listen a lot. But do you need to be a human design coach to do that? I don't know. But I do really like his match with Anu because I feel like I like the way that she keeps relating it to Christianity.
Yes.
Because it kind of like, and also just to like, when he's talking about his spleen, she's like, I follow your gut, right? Like she's just like translating it into normal term. And also like it, when she also said, oh, I call that the Holy Spirit later.
I think it brings him back down to earth.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
Yes, it sort of puts him in his place a bit, and maybe he finds it kind of comforting as well.
Because it makes him less, I guess it puts less pressure on him, because it sounds like he's putting an awful lot of pressure on himself.
Yeah.
And also maybe giving himself too much credit when she's like, oh yeah, these things exist in different terms, like you said.
Yeah, and I like how open they both are to dating someone who has a different like religion or spirituality to them.
Yeah.
And like finding like, that's the ideal of what religion and spirituality should be for, is if it allows you to relate to someone else who has different beliefs, like find your common ground.
Yeah.
It's bringing them together, not pushing them apart.
Well,
so far,
speaking of that, should we talk about Sarova and Kal.
Yes, very interesting.
Yeah, really cool to hear about. I didn't know that it was like a taboo for an Indian person to date a Pakistani person.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't realise that was still such a present thing.
But in my mind, it makes sense, like, because it's still pretty recent history.
Yeah.
Like the partition and all of these things. I learned about it at university, but it's so annoying when so much of it goes out of your brain. I feel like I have a very vague understanding that in 1947 India and Pakistan were created, or like not created, but like partitioned. India was partitioned off, and then Muslims went to Pakistan. Hindus stayed in India, and I think it was quite a big thing for a Pakistani community to like have to, I guess it's kind of like just an interesting like difficulty that it would have been to have to all like go to a separate place. Anyway,
yeah, I
very limited understanding of that.
Shamedly didn't know. Well, that's a good element of the casting of this season, is that they are bringing like a fairly diverse like range of British culture into the show. And I didn't know how much, like, if you're living in England, how much you would still be affected by something that your grandparents have been through. So
I mean, their grandparents would have been through it, so it would have been so fresh.
Yeah.
In their mind. Sorry, I also just want to quickly say that it was a very like British colonial kind of intervention.
Right.
Like, so
of course.
Yeah. Surprise. So
it's very cool and interesting that they've decided to act on their feelings for each other, which they haven't yet said is love, even though he did propose, didn't he?
I think so.
I think he did.
And I think
in a very unromantic way, which was interesting because it was almost like in a kind of arranged marriage way.
I was just thinking that exact thing.
Even though they've actively chosen to go against their backgrounds, and like she's only ever dated Indian men. And now she's sort of dating the exact opposite of what her parents wanted her to date.
It's kind of perfect though, because she hasn't gotten, in a traditional way, she hasn't gotten completely carried away with the situation. She's like reserving herself. They're both reserving their kind of like love wording, agree. But they're going off their free will and like who they actually are drawn to. And she kind of said like, my parents are open to me.
Yeah, they acknowledge she needs to make her own choices now.
Yeah, so it's actually, and like it was really cute. They were like, we could heal it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, it was very Romeo and Juliet. Yeah,
I think they're some of my,
but hopefully with a good ending.
Yeah, I think they're some of my favourites.
Yeah,
and I think if you are going to do this show, that is surely how you have to approach it. I imagine like you are told, right, it's crazy, but you're going to get engaged after 10 days. So you're kind of all in it together. Like, oh, are you the one that I might get engaged to? It's a bit funny. And like, you're like, okay, we like each other, so we should
get engaged.
That. Rather than a lot of people really convince themselves that they really are in love, like Billie and what's her name? Cabin crew? Can't remember. Ashleigh with a G.
Ashleigh with a G. I just want to say as well on that note that everyone seems to kind of believe that another point that makes them connected to one another is how much they want a soulmate and how much they want their wife or spouse. And it's like, yeah, that's why you're all here, because you're all a bit desperate.
Yeah, so what do you want out of this? I want marriage. Oh my God.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
It's like,
but it is good. I guess in that way it's well cast as well, because there are a lot of dating shows where people don't actually care about that.
That's true. And also that horrid guy last year, the one that ended up going with the girl and then she dumped him quite quickly.
Sam?
Yeah, he was the cringy not wanting marriage.
But overall, like, I feel like we've gone down in age slightly, and everybody looks a little bit more reality TV on this series. So I'm missing a little bit of like, I felt like last season the people were a bit more normal looking.
Oh, I think they all look quite normal, but like they're kind of like normal, but like a level up of normal.
Yeah.
So like,
I guess maybe it's just weird being 30 and they're all 28, and I'm like, I'm over that hill now where I'm always going to be older than.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is weird.
It is weird, and I think.
And then I'm starting to feel like, is this what people feel like when they say, "I always feel 25 at heart"? I'm like, because I'm the same age as all those people, if not younger.
Yeah, in one sense, they feel younger.
Yeah.
But they also feel way older because they're all talking about their, like...
That's what I'm saying. I think
old person jobs.
We seem younger.
Yeah. and their flats that they probably own and stuff.
Yeah, that is the weird thing when you suddenly have loads of... from all across the UK, when like right now we live in a place that's quite economically difficult and not very supportive of, like, there's kind of like quite a wealth disparity where we live, and it's like quite apparent, and like local people struggle to live and earn good money here all year round. Like, it's a really difficult thing. And then in London, like, all of our mates were arty and just kind of like plugging along. So like or working in corporate and still can't afford a house. So then hearing about people across the UK who are just like, I've got my flat, got my dog, and got my mum up the road. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
It's a weird world.
Sunday lunch every weekend. Yeah.
At the pub.
I don't know.
And you're like, how do you afford that?
Yeah. But I'm glad that there's like a variety of backgrounds, and it is interesting how kind of similar backgrounded people are drawn together even though they can't see each other.
That is so interesting.
And like people look the same, like Ollie and Ashleigh look like twins.
He's not called Ollie, he's called
Billy.
Billy and Ashleigh are identical twins.
Yeah, they're so matching, and they both have poodly dogs.
Do they? I missed that bit.
Yeah, and they both went to army cadets.
Oh, well, he's in the army, and she kept saying I'm obsessed with the army. It's really, sorry that I'm laughing, but I just found this so cringe that she said that she always takes off remembrance, like she takes a week off for Remembrance Day, and he was like, that's so important to me. I was like, it's not remembering you.
Yeah, but again, that's why they're just so very well suited. Mm-hmm. Except I do think they've gone a little bit gun-ho with the love declarations. They're the first couple, they're the only couple that we've seen meet each other.
I think, and I like it.
I mean, I feel like if the initial meeting goes well...
Yeah.
Because the risk with really, really going for it is that you meet each other and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, that is the risk beforehand, yeah.
But they were both really positive when they saw each other.
Yeah.
So it could go well. Like they are suited. But
I think I just like people wearing their heart on their sleeve, and like, because I think there's so much dating these days, like people are so weird, playing weird games, not telling each other how they really feel. Like no, it's silly because they're behind a wall, but like I actually do believe they think that they might actually be in love, and then they might not be, but at least they tried or like gave it their best.
I believe
they gave it their all.
They are, and I think that they are matched in lots of things. I just think you maybe need to hold a little bit back until it's just such a sphere of like fantasy and projection. Like there's no... that you're not even like, what do we need to make for dinner? There's no real life things that we need to think about. How do we get this bus from one place to another? Like, you've got to go to work at this time, set your alarm at this time.
Yeah.
All of those things, they just haven't, they're just like, this is a perfect creature who exists in this weird bubble where they just talk about their ideals and their future.
But basically we did that in the pandemic.
Yeah.
So basically, and this is maybe partly why I have sympathy for it.
Yeah, I guess
because I'm just like, I remember us saying for so long that we're so lucky that we just have this time to just like get to know each other, because there's a lot of outside noise that just isn't there.
It's true.
And you can actually see if you connect on a soul level before you then introduce the real life stuff, which I guess can be some people's downfall, but yeah.
Well, you've shut me up with that one because it's true and it worked for us.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shut you up.
No.
I think I'm just, I don't know. It makes me feel romantic.
Yeah.
Even though they are cringe as fuck. And she gave him a thimble and he cried, and I was like, what is going on? I collect thimbles.
I forgot about that. The fact that he cried was perfect for her.
Quite cute.
And they communicated really well about his worry about her being cabin crew.
When he initially said, like, I've dated cabin crew in the past, and I got really annoyed. I was like, can you just actually tell her, and then he did, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this already feels like the start of a potentially good situation, because you have to say your worries so that you can work through them together.
I will say one thing, because
Yeah.
I feel like reading between the lines of this conversation when he brought that up, I don't know if I'm being too cynical, but I sort of feel like she was implying like, oh, I could be a stay-at-home mum if you really want. Like she was like,
she was, and he was basically
and he
saying,
was like,
I want
for
you to.
And I do feel like there was a lot of conversations where they were talking about traditional values, wanting to be available for your children at home, the mum doing that.
Yeah.
Which just felt a little bit like a sign of the times, reverting back to trad wife
Totally.
right-wingism.
Totally.
Not that it's always totally a bad thing, and I'm, great if you could make that agreement. Sounds lovely, where one person
is the breadwinner.
Yeah, I mean, it must be crazy going from being a single person to supporting like another adult human and
I don't
children.
understand. Yeah, I do understand that must add to, generally speaking, men's like ill mental health.
Yeah.
Because the pressure must be unbelievable, and also like there's so much. But also there's other options. There's a way that it doesn't have to be like this, but for some reason we all make it like this. Also, it's like impossible. So much is impossible these days because everything is so fucking expensive. Like childcare is so expensive.
You kind of need to do that.
Yeah, because if you're working your job as a woman in a hetero relationship, like so much of both of your money is going on childcare, like an unbelievable amount.
Well, that's the whole thing, isn't it? People are saying that the government is purposefully making it harder for women to work and have kids so that they have to be stay-at-home mums.
Oh my God.
But it's just wild seeing really young men like look relieved when they say, oh, don't worry, I want to stay at home. It's like, oh, thank God, I've only got to pay for 3 other humans and the whole house.
I do
like
feel
it's like
people
relaxing
aren't
for
thinking
them.
about it. But I also think that like men are so delusional and also entitled that they probably will get all those things that they need to do.
Yeah.
They like women also don't get paid enough, and women probably don't get paid enough because like companies, men at the top of companies think, well, you don't have a family to support, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. It's so conflicting. I'm not like, oh my God, she should be wanting to work, because
no,
like,
I understand why you wouldn't want to.
It's a fucking struggle to try and keep your job and have a baby at the same time.
But I also
there should be resources if you do want to do both that make it easier for you to do both.
Totally. That's the problem. We're missing the resources.
Like, she's got a cool job where she flies around.
Wee. But also I can see after 10 years, like she says she loves it, and I think she said that there's options to stay at home. I can also see how after 10 years or whatever that would be quite exhausting.
Yeah.
And you might just want a bit of
You might want to settle.
Yeah.
So they dealt with that conversation very well. She basically just was like, yeah, I'll do whatever. I want to have kids.
Yeah.
And
the thing that kept making us laugh was him saying, yeah, she could be anything. She could be blonde or brunette.
I just don't know what to expect. A
Blonde or
a brunette?
I was like, okay, first of all, you're only thinking of a white person.
Yeah.
And second of all,
even
gingers exist.
Yeah. Even
where's
very
my ginger representation?
limited idea of just a white person is then also very, very limited.
Blonde or brunette.
But he was
Not
right.
even black hair.
She basically is both. She's brunette, dyed blonde. There you go.
There you go. Happy. Yeah, got both girls.
She was like, yeah, I'm blonde.
I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe
She
it.
was so overexcited, wasn't she? She kept saying, Billy, I love you, Billy. Bye, Billy.
Bye, Billy. Oh my God. Funny pair.
Very
oh my God, they
funny
did
pair.
the cowboy dancing. The line dancing.
Oh, that was a bit much.
I didn't like that.
No.
I've got my hand on your shoulders. What
did that remind you of?
It didn't until I said it like that. It's just reminded me of the AI
Flesh and Code podcast.
I didn't think about that. That's so weird. Our brains
Kisses your cheek, rubs your neck.
Touches,
Good morning, sweetheart.
Touches your breast. I put my hand up your bum.
Up your robot bum.
I like your hand up my robot bum.
Well, I guess that's kind of what I meant when I was saying like it's a potential just bubble of projections, like when they're behind the wall there is a way in which they're kind of like a replica where you can just
project onto them what you want,
but not quite, because hopefully they're being honest with you if you say something that they don't like.
Yeah,
you know.
But I do feel like that is the case when there's one person going for two, like Kieran going for
Sophie,
Megan and Sophie. I feel like that is him asking the same questions to both of them. That is like a projection thing, isn't it? Because you're like waiting for the response that you want to hear.
That was weird that he was asking the same questions.
Yeah. I also, what were they like? What do you want in the bedroom or something? What makes you give you butterflies
Was
or
that
something?
him? Oh yeah, he said what gives you butterflies, and where do you see what are your aims in life? And Sophie said, I'm not gonna lie, there's some designer bags I want to hit before I'm 30.
I couldn't believe.
And he was just completely unfazed by that.
I think that was a bit of a sign for him. And also then she goes back to the fucking female living quarters and is like, why is he choosing make? I'm like, it's because you said you wanted designer handbags, me love.
You want to hit some designer bags?
Hit some designer bags and like do some travelling. Like, girl, be a bit, open up.
Yeah.
What's the point in this? You can't even see him.
That's just...
But then she's going to be like, this is why I don't open up. Too late. You opened up too late, girl.
Yeah. We are team Megan, although
of course
she started to be a little bit obnoxious with her shouting about it later on.
But I don't know if she knows.
But come on, it could be anyone. That's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah, that is
you
true.
You would be a bit more sensitive.
But I think also all the other girls, they were all encouraging each other. And we don't know how the others have responded to those kind of moments as much.
I just think in that moment, I was the first time of empathizing with Sophie.
Yeah.
Of like hearing a group of like very loud girls being very girly about something. And
she was being like, that's my man. And she's shouting about him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if it is your man. You haven't really done much. You just spoke about the bags you wanted, girl.
I'm worried that he's going to go for her, even though he's clearly has a much better connection with Megan.
Yeah.
But I do feel like when Sophie was like, let me just say, you're not going to be disappointed when you see me. Like it went into his
stupid
brain.
Ape-man brain.
Yeah. It was like, oh
yeah, we'll be happy. Blonde poopies. Blonde and big poopies.
Because people have done that before, like the Megan Fox girl. Oh, bless her heart.
Did they end up staying together, didn't they?
I think they might have.
I think they got married.
That's mad.
She did not look like Megan Fox.
No.
Don't say that.
But no, she knows now she does not look like Megan Fox because she got torn apart on the internet for months for it.
Sorry, we also didn't mention Billy's tattoo. Was it him who had the tattoo?
Oh my God. Was it him? I
think
can't
it
remember.
was.
But it's the worst tattoo that's ever existed.
So it's the sheet music for Michael Bublé's I Just Haven't Met You Yet. And it's got a blank space at the bottom for whoever's name it ends up being. I was like, if someone said that to me, I would have walked out that room.
Immediate red flag. There's no coming back from that.
It's not. It's ick.
That's how could he ever think that was a good idea? But it was. It got him Ashleigh. So
congratulations.
Now he's got a tattoo Ashleigh on his arm.
Your least favourite name?
It's not my fave. Yeah.
What else is your least favourite name?
Why? I don't want to offend any listeners.
Oh, well, all Ashleighs. Fair enough.
No, I think it's just the silent G that upsets
and the
me.
H.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good. So, can we talk about Katisha?
Yes.
And love Katisha.
Yes.
And we especially love Demela.
With slightly Sean Connery speech.
I wrote down.
I wouldn't say impediment. I think it's a
quirk.
positive. Yeah.
I said he's husband material over Javan. I was like, he's husband material. Come on, Katisha.
I really hope she picks him.
Oh my God, oh my God, I'm always crying. Him saying like, we had a really nice household and my grandma actually lived with us as well. I love walking around the block with my grandma.
He loves his gran.
She's dead though.
I think so, yeah.
No, she is. He bought her.
Yes. Well, he still loves her though.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah, he loves her. Sorry. Loved. No.
The love is ever present, darling.
Sorry, I haven't lost any relatives properly.
Yeah.
Apart from Nanny June. Sorry, Nanny June, love you.
I just think he's so sweet. He's lovely. I do think that these while these first 2 episodes maybe haven't been as like gripping as the first episodes of season 1, they're definitely setting up some potential love triangles for later down the line that might be really juicy.
Well, if she picks Demila, he's in trouble because Javan is obsessed with talking about sex. But she specifically said like an emotional connection is more important to me. Like,
well, I think it might be the other way around. I think she might pick Javan and then see Demila and be like, damn, I should have picked him.
Because he's lovely and
he's
special.
Lovely, beautiful, lovely.
Also, I'm sorry, you're not allowed to say, I played football for Crystal Palace for 10 years. And that was from the ages of 8 to 18. You did not play for Crystal Palace.
Maybe you are. We don't know enough about football to know if you're allowed.
No, you play for...
If you're the under 10s,
that
are you allowed
like
to
you're
say
professional.
That? Well...
If you're 8, you're not playing professional football.
Well, I think...
You can be being trained in the academy or something.
You can make money when you're 8.
Okay.
Because what did we watch? The David Beckham documentary.
That's the academy.
What?
You're in the academy. Like, where you're learning. So, okay, here we go. Palace player pathway. You get proper good coaching.
It is misleading to say I played for Palace for 10 years.
It is misleading. I guess also he had to say aged 8 to 18 so that he didn't sound like he was 37.
Yeah.
Years 4 to 8. Oh, what the hell?
Listeners, tell us if we're being idiots by thinking that's a bit silly.
I don't...
How important is it if you play for a big team?
Any of our listeners going to know about professional football?
How? What? You're making big assumptions,
Sorry,
sir.
guys. If you do, please tell me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't be a professional footballer until you have to be 15 years old, but it's generally expected that players will start... Oh, this isn't an AI overview. Guys, we're trying to not use AI. We encourage you all to do the same because everyone's being... I'm being stupid. Everyone's being stupid. Okay, a 15-year-old can play in the league, but it's rare. But you don't... no one can sign a professional contract until they reach the age of 18.
So you can't be like sponsored or anything?
Or like... Yeah, we think you can be sponsored as a sports person, but you have
money.
But if you're sponsored, I think whenever he was playing at that age, social media wasn't big enough. You'd have to, if you're sponsored, you have to be showing that particular brand in a way. So like players, I guess, would be in the public eye, so they're showing a brand or whatever.
So what's the academy?
Like where you're getting professionally trained as a child.
Because David Beckham was moved to a different country, didn't he? And like,
no, he went to Manchester. He played for. He didn't. At the end of his career, he moved.
Did
country.
They pay for him to do so much football?
I don't know.
Because his family didn't have very much money. And then he went off to a special football
I think you have
school.
to be really good. They've got loads of money in Manchester United. I don't think you'd have to pay. Yeah, he signed to Manchester United as a trainee. Oh, fuck. Youth training scheme contract. Oh, wow. It's part of like the government.
Ooh.
Anyway, okay, basically, I don't know. Okay? I don't know.
It was a bit funny to say 8 to 18. Still impressive though.
Yeah, anyway, so yeah, stop you just being nice. I'm not impressed.
I'm really crossing my fingers. But remind me about Katisha. What do we know about Katisha?
She's a nanny. She's from Dumfries and Galloway.
Oh, and
she's a makeup artist
Spanish. She's very gorgeous.
Yeah, her mum's Spanish Jamaican. And she has a lot of passions.
Yeah.
But she doesn't really know her Jamaican side.
Yeah.
And who was it who said, Javan, I think, was like, I can show you the Jamaican side. And I think she liked that, which I understand why. That sounds really fun.
Yeah, we don't know loads about her. I'm intrigued to find out more. Come on, Katisha, make the right choice.
You have to make the right choice.
I had a few more just digs at Sophie before we move on.
Go on then.
Okay, we heard from her this line. I don't think there's anyone in my life except my dad that I've let see all of me.
Oh. Did you mean to say that? That sounds a bit wrong. Oop. I've got that as written down as well. Seen all of me, girl. Don't be telling everyone that. That's not a positive. Oh, seen all of me, girl. Don't know why I keep going Irish. I feel awkward.
I'm not sure about that.
Ooh.
And we've got some interesting parent dynamics of Sophie and Meghan that Kieran needs to make the right choice here. But I am
what
worried.
daddy issue do I want?
I'm worried that he's going to make the wrong choice that is more similar to his own trauma, because basically he didn't have a great relationship with his mum, and Sophie also felt neglected by her mum, who chose her new partner over her kids.
Oh my god, yeah, that was bad.
Whereas Meghan has a very, very strong relationship with her mum, doesn't have a relationship with her dad.
Yeah,
and
that was story of her in the bar serving her dad, and then that was really sad.
Yeah, her dad coming in and knowing that it was him,
and he knew that it was her because he left her a card.
Oh my god,
that was really sad.
So I don't know, maybe therapists, maybe Sarah, you can tell us.
Yeah, Sarah, tell us.
Is it healthier to have a partner who has like the same trauma or kind of opposite? Like, so yeah. I would imagine that it's good for Kieran to get with someone who has a secure mother relationship.
Because we have opposite trauma.
In what way?
I'm from a broken home. You're not. I think there's different. We don't have.
There's different securities.
Yeah.
That we have opposing elements.
And
of security.
I find it very helpful that you have a different perspective.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can hold me in that way. Whereas if you've got the same,
our mothers
wound,
are very, very different.
Our mothers are super different. Whereas if you have the same wound, then I'm seeing like a gap where you both fall through because the other one isn't there to hold you up. I don't know. That's how I'm seeing
Our fathers are mainly different. That's the main thing.
They're both really
both so different.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yes, I think that's what.
Yeah, our dads are so different.
I think Kieran needs to go for Sophie. Meghan. I don't know if Meghan needs Kieran. I haven't really thought about it.
Oh my god, that
round.
is such a classic, isn't it? Because like so many men need women, and then I'm like, why do any of you need any of them?
Yeah, I'm not sold on what he is.
Except for Katisha and Demila.
Yeah, no, I was going to say I'm not sold
Katisha,
on
you
what
need him.
I'm not sold on what Kieran is offering to either of them yet.
That's a good point, I guess, because we're giving so much time to which one he should choose.
Yeah,
we're not even considering like
we're seeing it from his perspective. He did say that because his relationship was difficult, it was kind of weird. He was like, I really want someone who's going to be an amazing mother to my kids. That was another of those moments.
I always find that so weird.
Like, why aren't you talking about, I want a family who together are going to be really bonded?
And I guess, that I want someone who's a good mother to my kids again is like, I'm going to be off, so I need her to be all right. And I'm going to leave her with the responsibility. And it always just like already sets like a imbalance, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And an expectation that you're not doing it together and you're not supporting her.
Which Meghan seemed to like. And I don't know if it's in the same way that it's like weird when we see men almost feel relieved that at the prospect of having to support a whole family. We also see the women sometimes looking relieved at the thought of being like idolized for being this maternal, like having a role that they know what it is and that they can fulfill.
Yeah.
Even though from a viewer's perspective, it's like, A, that's not going to be as simple as you think, and B, there might be other things that you want.
But as a child, which we all are, the child of a person, like that is all you see the person that you look up to doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so it feels like a natural thing to do. And I don't know. Yeah,
you see your mum as being a mum and not anything else.
Yeah, and most people have a mum.
Yeah.
So that's what you see as a woman. You see how your mum mothered.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But I just found it all very fascinating because it looked like Meghan maybe had some parenting her parent going on, even though she said she'd been so taken care of by her mum.
Yeah.
She kind of broke down and said like, oh, I just want her to find someone who like appreciates her. She was sort of talking about what her mum needed in a relationship in a way that kind of made me feel like she was she had maybe taken on
Parent.
anxiety about her mum's life.
Who was the one who said, oh, it might have been Ashleigh, saying about like being an older sister and having to financially contribute to the household or something?
Oh, maybe it was Ashleigh. There was lots of depths that we got to see.
Lots of depths, but then it's really interesting that I do think we're in that phase where culture has come back round and people are seeing the nuclear sort of conservative household as an answer,
couple family,
as the answer to all of those problems. And it hasn't been in the past, and it will continue to be a problem. I also think like it's sad that there's this onus on like, I want to start a family with someone and I want them to be a good mother. Like it's two-sided, because I understand why you're looking for someone to be a good mother for your kids, because you're wanting to look towards the future and you want to start a life with someone. But on the other hand, why aren't you saying, I want us together to fulfill our individual dreams and support each other through that? Because that seems healthier to me. And maybe you'll end up having the same dream at the same time of like wanting to have kids. I don't know.
I think we're seeing the ways that both like genders are limiting themselves by putting this like cliched role on themselves.
Yeah.
Like we're like, oh God, what are you missing out on or turning away from by just having this as the only goal?
We see it as I'm seeing it in 10 years time when they're not talking to each other and they're just mindlessly doing tasks that they have to do without having like actually had much time to do it, to work out together what they really wanted. And also like there is the very real like, I don't know if it's pushed more, but like the time situation and like
biological
clock and all of that stuff. And I don't know if it's like we're just hearing about it more because we're getting older and so we're in our 30s, or if because there's more options available, like is that being pushed, which is it's an amazing thing that exists, that you can freeze your eggs and all of this stuff. Sorry, I'm laughing at myself because I'm really going off on a tangent.
No, I'm following.
Like there is such a pressure that people do settle and pick the wrong person all the time,
because the family is
seen as the most important
idolized
thing. And I'm like, at the end of the day, when you're old, those kids won't be living with you anymore, and are you happy with that person that you're left on the couch with? It
does feel very old-fashioned. There's not a lot of characters in this who are saying like, I don't want kids, or like I just want to have adventures, or
there's diversity in casting but like not in thought.
So I hope we see a bit more diversity of thought and opinion.
Diversity in bodies at all.
No body diversity. That was one of the things that feels a bit different to last time. But
I do understand why you as a bigger person, why you wouldn't do that on this show. Like to protect as a self-preservation thing.
I didn't talk about the couple at all. I mean, I don't have much to say, but
Barda and Jed?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's Greek and she's from
Kosovo. I only know that because that's where Dua Lipa's from. They'll pick up the phone, he's on a gun because he's drunk and alone. Oh, she's like kind of the biggest girl.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about it.
They seem like actual soulmates.
Yeah, another crazy thing where they just like drawn by something very surface level, and then they find out that they have really similar values. They've both got like Muslim family members and kind of traditions.
Yeah. Tradition.
So that was really fascinating, but again, quite traditional seeming couple.
I do really like the mixtures of heritages. That we're learning about. It's really interesting and like fun. And also the UK is so fucking diverse. Like, stop pretending that it isn't. And we want to see this. This is good stuff.
I agree.
Well, should we have some breakfast?
Let's have some breakfast and bloody watch a bit more.
Oh, lovely stuff.
And we'll be back soon with a discussion of a few more episodes.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm so happy to have a season to like get our teeth into.
Me too. And if you want to listen to us talking about the Chloe Ayling documentary, then
and the Jesus Army
documentary, head over to our Patreon. The link is in the show notes.
Otherwise, you could just go look up Doing the Maths on Patreon.
You can also watch these episodes on YouTube if you're not already. And
Spinach was not featured today.
Spinach was not featured. He's sleepy boy upstairs.
Yeah, he's busy.
But he often is.
Yeah,
He often makes an appearance.
he does. His head is really cute.
All right then, let's go and have some brekkie.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.